Hey guys, Ocean Shine here, and I am doing a cartoon headshot drawing of Garcelle Beauvais. If I didn't pronounce her name right, do forgive me, because her name is really hard to pronounce. Garcelle Beauvais. So, yeah, decided to go and get this done now. Other than waiting, since I gotta get up in the morning, trying to have more wisdom. I need, trying to be more like, I would say King Solomon, but King Solomon fell for God's grace. So I don't want to say King Solomon, but like Daniel. Daniel. Because Daniel didn't fall for God's grace. So trying to get the colors that I might be interested in, that I might use. That I might use. Okay. Now I need to pull up her picture. All right. She had very dark color lipstick on, very dark color. I don't know what color that is, but I just go for white. I think I might do the lipstick first, because I don't know what color that is that's on her lips, so I'm just gonna have to figure it out as it goes. She's pretty, and now she used to be on the Jamie Foxx show, but now I see that she's on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills anymore. Um, I lost interest in it. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I lost interest in it. Before I put another color on, let me go and finish everything else because I don't want to make a mistake that I got to do over again. So let me see. Black. Because her hair is black. She's pretty. I'm not gonna lie when I say this. She act weird, but she's pretty. Very pretty, matter of fact. It's not every day you see naturally good looking black people on TV. And I'm my not my thought. Hold on. I have a tendency. I have Tourette's, and I have tendency to jump, speak before I think because of the Tourette's. So I have to calm myself down and really focus on what I'm about to say or what I'm going to say or however it may be. I could be reading and my Tourette's would kick in. I might see the word girl, right? But my Tourette's would kick in to the point that and also a little dyslexia too with the Tourette's. And it might, okay, I get all anxious and nervous and shaky and jumping. And sometimes I be holding things and those out of my hand. Like I said, I might see the word girl. But other than girl, I'm thinking, okay, that says girl. But other than me saying girl, I say grill. It don't even say grill, it says girl. Because of the dyslexia, I have a touch of dyslexia. And I have RA, I have lupus, and I have Tourette's. And I used to wrestle with restless leg syndrome, and I thank the Lord that He delivered me from that. You talking about no sleep with restless leg syndrome. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, I can feel those ticks try to come in every now and then, but other than that, it stay clear. I was delivered from that. And he gonna deliver me from this lupus. He gonna deliver me from the RA, me from the touch of Tourette's. Well, I don't have a touch of Tourette's, but it gotten better a lot. And he gonna deliver me from the touch of dyslexia, cause he delivered me from everything else. Man, one point in time, doctors thought that I was gonna lose my eye. The doctors really did believe my eye was just gonna roll out of my head because it was just so weak. They said my eye was so weak. But thank you, Lord, my mama didn't go for it. They thought it was going to just roll right on well. Because they said there was no strength in my eyes. There was no strength at all. One of the doctors, he was an Asian guy. He sounded like he was trying to speak that it was going to happen. He was like, she going to lose her eye. Her eye going to come out with that little. He tried to talk like he American, but really he really is from across the world. He just one of those Asian people that want to be white, that had kids by white women, try to talk white, go to white people churches, want to be white. Don't know who he is as an Asian man. Yeah. Don't go to him no more. Look like I'm gonna start going to him. My eye, I don't hear that my eye gonna roll out my head anymore. Thank you, Jesus. It's a shame that sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, depending on the doctor and depending on where you live at and where you come from, sometimes you just gotta stop going to a doctor. If the doctor crazy and always has a need to speak evil over you other than positive, you might want to consider stop going to that doctor because something wrong with that doctor. That doctor actually looking for something bad to happen to you. Little we used to have this doctor. He's not here. He don't live here anymore. And I remember when I was little, he used to tell me and his daddy, because his daddy he was a doctor too. They used to tell me that I need to go to school to be a doctor. They were white people. And I guess because we were being homeschooled and stuff, they was like, we being taught. I'm gonna tell you too, this town that I live in, it is a prejudiced town. And the prejudice had gotten a lot more better than what it used to be, because it used to be very prejudiced. And a lot of white people had they picks of certain black people that they are fond of. And a lot of them was fond of my daddy, but I'm tell you the truth. And my mama too. My mama. But anyway, I'm tell you the truth. I think the only reason they were fond of my daddy is because he drank. He drunk with them. I think, and probably smoked it too, because dad, he used to do that too, smoke. I think that was the only reason why they was fond of my daddy. But they was like, y'all need to be, you know, they never doing it again. He was like, you need to go to school to be a doctor. You smart. You smart enough to go. At that time, yeah, I did. They said it so much that I came to the idea, but eventually all that did left me. I ain't want to go to school to be no doctor. I ain't want to go to school to be no doctor. Even though sometimes I do think I probably should, maybe go online. But I think, because I could go to school and be a doctor without having no high school diploma, without having a GED. Because I was homeschooled, the only thing I would have to do is to take the test to see am I qualified. Do I have the high ratings enough to go? But I don't think I want to take that chance because I have seen no white kids do it. The white kids went up there thinking that they was ready, and they took those tests. No folks told them you need to go back to high school. And I was like, I don't want that to be me. I think I'd rather just go and get it out the way. Go and get the GED first. Uh, because when I was being homeschooled, they didn't give out homeschool diplomas to kids just yet. I graduated homeschool valid. My sister, my older sister, had a chance. She had people from out of town that wanted her to actually get a diploma in homeschooling, right? But she didn't want it. I don't know why she didn't want it, because I know I did want it. Now my little sister, she was able to get hers to say that said that she completed it, but she didn't go any further with it. You know, really, I'm tell you too, we always trying to still figure out what do we want to do with ourselves. What we feel is it's like we're going through puberty. What we want to do ourselves. What we want to do our life. And with me, I have accepted that what I want to do in my life is I want to work for Jesus. I want to work in His church ministry. So, but when I sing, they acted like I'm gonna tell you too. My mama, she already said it, and not just my mama, but the doctor said it too. He was like, these kids think that they could get in school, and I don't think they even study. You know how you gotta study before you jump to take a test? You gotta study. I don't even think they even did that. They just went up there, took it, and failed. They wanted us to take it, but when I seen that happen, I was like, no, thank you. I think I'd rather just go and do it the way, and I do believe that's what Jesus wants to do. He wants to do step by step. You know, don't just jump ahead, jump into something that you don't know what you're jumping into. Because they showed did it and failed. And some of these black kids who thought they were white, they were being homeschooled too, and they thought they were white, and they went up there doing the same thing. And those folks told them, y'all need to go back to school. And I thank the Lord. I thank Jesus for my mama, because my mama was like this. My mama asked us, she said, do you want to get your GED? My sisters, they didn't want it. I want to get my GED, but before I jump into getting any type of school certificate, I want to make sure I study really good, because that's, to me, that's embarrassing. And those folks try to tell them, I don't know what was wrong with them. I don't know what was wrong with the black kids. The one thing I can say what was wrong with black kids is they thought they were white. Because I'm not going to lie, they really did thought that they were white. And the white kids, I think they thought just because they were white, that they were just going to give it to them. But these white folks, man, they don't care. They like, you need to go back to school. You need to learn your English. You need to learn your history. Man, I don't know what they would think. This would get me the most. Everybody know before you take a test, you supposed to study. Matter of fact, you supposed to study regardless, because you don't know a surprise test might pop up. And here, they just really thought that they were just going to be accepted with flying colors. I don't want to get done like that and be humiliated. Man, folks were talking about them. Now, I know this one guy, you know, he had it hard. He was homeschooled. His mama had homeschooled him and his brother. And I know he took it. He passed. He passed because he studied. He studied. But even though he passed it, he passed. They say he could, you know, go on to college. They say he could go without a high school diploma or GED. But even though he passed it, he still went and got a GED anyway, because you know, it's the right thing to do. Just go for certain people, because um, and you know, when he passed, I felt good about it. I was like, good, he passed. And everybody was like, how did he pass? Because, you know, everybody looking down on him. And it was something so simple. How he passed, he studied. He didn't, and he don't think that he white. He don't. And he don't live here no more, too. Uh, first he was living with his daddy. He lived it with his mama. Then when he had passed the test and stuff, he went up there with his daddy. His daddy, I think his daddy was the one that told him to go and before you just go and go to college, just go and get your GED, which his daddy did tell him right. Because you do have to go step by step, and I was happy for him, but I couldn't get those other black kids, no white kids out of my head. I mean, they really thought that the one that they least expected, passed. He passed. And matter of fact, he was offered a scholarship too because they say that he was worth putting money on. And I don't know how he doing now though. It's been a while since I seen him. I hope he doing good. And I hope his brother's doing good too, because his brother did the same thing. They actually studied. They didn't just automatically assume that they got it. I mean, you talking about folks was just talking about them. They put their own self in that position. They did to themselves. But the only reason now I did study and I did do what I was supposed to do. What's keeping me from doing anything else is I don't have identification. Because my birth certificate name is not spelled correctly. It's not spelled correctly at all. And the name that's on my birth certificate is not. It's different from the rest of my information. And this I've been knowing this woman. This woman been knowing she used to date my grandfather, and she used to give us Christmas presents and Easter baskets. She really didn't do much, and she bought us food every now and then, but not too much. Who she really did stuff for my cousins. Everybody always favored my cousins. Well, she helped my daddy to get his identification. The only thing she did was she took his social security number and she put his social security number in the computer and she was able to get him his ID. That was when I was little. So I guess, I did dog. This we all thought that. She would do me the same way. But she did not. She gave me problems. What was wrong with her was her kids. Her kids, Lord forgive me for saying this, they failed it. They tried to, I'm going to tell you the truth, her son gave up his scholarship. He said he didn't want it. He had a free scholarship and did not want it. He was rebelling against her, got shot. I mean, the life that he lived, he didn't have to live it. But he did it just to hurt her. And she was mad at my mama because we didn't, obviously, she was really putting her mouth on this family. She was mad at my mama because my brother didn't do that. My brother isn't, I mean, he gets angry. He do has an anger problem. He gets mad, he gets upset. Everybody said that my brother has a bad anger problem. But other than that, my brother doing great in his life. She tried to keep my brother from getting an ID, but she couldn't. There was, but with me, she made sure that I could not get my ID. I don't even know why. I ain't gonna lie. She tried to embarrass me because there was people in the building, and I gave her all my papers. That's my every paper. Only had one paper that did not have my correct spelling of my name. Everything had my correct spelling of my name. My social security got my correct spelling, everything. Except my birth certificate. The doctor, I don't know what happened, but I think my dad had a doctor to fill out my birth certificate. while my mama was out sleep because she had a C-section, and he did not spell my name right. No, what happened was when they was filing for, they had to file for my birth certificate, and when they was filing for my, he had filled out the information, but when he had filled out the information, after he filled it out, they recorded the information, but when he filled it out with misspelling my name. He did not spell my name right. And the woman told my mama, she said, "What? They can't use it because he misspelled my name. They had already recorded it, so we had to we had to go up there in person to get my name changed to get it spelled right. Mom, Dad gonna have to identify me, or I could just go to court. But I was born. I was not born in this town. I was born somewhere else, and so who has money to drive all the way out of town to get a name change on a birth certificate? And who has the money to hire a lawyer? To hire a lawyer, okay, a lawyer to help change your name for you. Don't nobody have that money. And if you get somebody to do it for free, it's not really for free. They gonna want you to scratch their backs. Everybody wants you to scratch their backs, and we don't believe in scratching backs. We don't believe in that. And try to work on this lipstick. I better not use that. Look how dark. And I showed her all my information. The only thing I was missing was just birth certificate. I had social security number, everything. And she gonna take her little skinny finger and tell you, cause she is thin. She looked like the wind that blow her away. She looked like if she keep missing a sandwich, she just that's bunch of bones just walking by, scaring the kids with a big on gigantic wig on her head. And she put her thing did this. This we can't use that. You can't use that. You need a birth certificate with your name on it. I'm like, okay. My mama, she got upset. My mama, she leaned over. Who can I call to get everything fixed up right? Because and then she gonna start getting scared and all shaky because when my mama starts speaking, everybody they can't help but have respect for my mama. Everything my mama been through, they can't help but have respect. You talking about a woman that been through battles. Ty Perry, I don't know what he talking about. Diary of a mad black woman. Me had a diary of a woman, of a tired black woman who's not really black. They just say she black because she was a doctor. But that happened to me when I was 24 years old. That happened to me when I was 24. And I still have not get. I've been waiting. I've been waiting on Jesus to make a miracle for me, to move his hands for me, you know, and I'm still waiting. It's been years. That woman, she still worked there. The other woman who got smart with me, she still worked there. I'm just waiting, trying to see what the Lord gonna do about everything. Cause I really don't know what he gonna do. I know it's in the Bible, and they wrote a song about it. It said that God might not come when you want him, but he'll be there on time. Sometimes, when you do, I ain't gonna lie, like it didn't hurt my feelings, and how she was trying to humiliate me in front of everybody, cause it would pack up in the revenue office. It was straight packed. It hurted my feelings, and I don't understand. With me, you see, my brothers and sisters, they don't have nothing holding them back. They have freedom. They can do whatever they want. But with me, I always have something holding me back. One of the things that's holding me back is my identification. I can't go no further. I can't do anything. I can't really do much. I think that's why I focus so much on the ministry, because what else can I do besides the ministry? And so it's like, well, I just go on, try to do what Jesus want me to do. Whoever watching this video, when whoever watch it, if you have any recommendation about how I could go about doing this the legal way, I will sure appreciate it. And I will sure appreciate the help. I just don't want, I ain't not gonna lie. There have been times that I just don't understand Jesus, and I just don't understand his will. I don't understand. But he got an answer to everything. He got his own will. He got his own reason. There's a reason. I'm gonna start putting their names up on this thing. I'm gonna write her name on here. There's a reason for. I don't know the reason. I don't like feeling pain. I don't like feeling humiliation. You know, especially I can understand if I had done something, but I ain't did anything. I was the one who was always breaking into her house, stealing her money. That was her brothers and her uncle and her own children breaking into her house, making her insurance rate go up. She acted like I was the one that was doing it. That woman ain't never loved this family. She just did that thing out just because she felt like she was superior over this family. I put down her name, and I am finished. But both of her brothers died within a week from corona.